Good morning and welcome to the Daily Weather Operations Brief. Today we're starting out with plenty of sunshine out there, seeing a couple mid-level clouds streaming by overhead, and our temperatures are currently sitting in the mid-70s. We'll expect to see those continue rising into the upper 70s and low 80s this afternoon with slightly breezy conditions up front. And then we'll see those winds shift out of the south in the form of a sea breeze before things lighten up and become more variable in direction later this afternoon and in those overnight hours. And taking a quick look at the radar out there this morning, looking good in the local area, no real reflectivity to make note of, and the showers that we saw in the overnight hours have since pushed far enough east and southeast that they are off the screen. And taking a glance at this morning's surface analysis chart here, this is the most recent chart but slightly outdated information from NOAA and the National Weather Service. We can see that a cold front that moved through overnight has since pushed through the area and offshore. And as we move through the day, we're going to continue to see that cold front pushing further offshore. We'll see high pressure beginning to fill in behind, and that should make way for an otherwise dry and sunny day today. Seeing those highs again pushing up into the upper 70s and low 80s, a slight sea breeze developing in the afternoon. That's going to further help moderate those temperatures, that daily high for today, as we'll have that air coming off the ocean at a slightly cooler temperature than the ambient air temperature over land. Overall, should be a nice dry day ahead. And current weather out on the field, seeing scattered clouds at 6,000 feet. Unrestricted visibility, winds out of the northwest at about 11, gusting 18. Those are on the rise, kind of coming close to wind advisory criteria, but staying below for the time being. Temperature is currently at 74 degrees and a relative humidity at 78% and on the decline. And the most recent and current satellite imagery here does show those mid-level clouds streaming across from the southwest. That's going to continue to be the case. Do have some upper-level clouds further to the east, but in general should see plenty of sunshine and a scattered to broken cloud deck for a majority of the day. And if we glance at the radar image, the model imagery here, this is the HER high-resolution model on a 24-hour loop, and we are modeled to remain dry as we do see that high pressure moving in overhead, suppressing any shower activity. We're also seeing some drier air from the north work its way in, further helping our chances of seeing limited to no precipitation for today and the earlier portion of tomorrow. And the 24-hour forecast ahead looking good. Greens across a majority of the board. Slightly breezy, as mentioned earlier, to start the day. See scattered to broken conditions throughout the daylight hours, and then we'll see a slight uptick in those clouds becoming broken at those mid-levels in the overnight and early morning hours of tomorrow. Highs climbing into the low 80s, likely maybe just below 80, and our relative humidity on the decline, so we should have a comfortable warm day this afternoon. And winds, as mentioned earlier, at their highest early, decreasing throughout the day, becoming variable as we move into tomorrow. And when we start the morning of Tuesday, we'll see those northerly winds at 5 to 10 knots. Overall, a very nice day ahead. And that trend kind of continues as we move into the next 2 days. On Tuesday, partly to mostly cloudy, with a very slight chance that we do see some evening or late afternoon, showers or even a thunderstorm, likely in the form of a pop-up shower, although most of that activity does look to be a bit further south. Seeing a high of about 76. And for Tuesday night, partly to mostly cloudy, a low of 66, seeing a chance of some low clouds out there tomorrow night. And then Wednesday, partly to mostly cloudy, and we'll see clearing a clearing trend get underway as we move into the afternoon, so plenty of sunshine for the midday hours, and a high back up in the mid-80s. Now, that is going to conclude the daily weather operations brief. We'll be back at 10 o'clock with the 7-day outlook. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day.